Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Banished with me, Lathrix, or should I say welcome back to hell. Yes, things have not been going well since the amazing tornado strike. We've only just about now got our population back in the 20s. Many things have happened since you have last seen the place, since I have last recorded. The main things being, I'm pausing the game, there we go, I was wondering why everything stopped. A lot more people died of illness. Yes, the mumps broke out, and before I could even build a hospital, 5 more had died. I was going to record this, but at the time I simply didn't think about doing it. I was so fixated on fixing everything, and that happened. But I've built some more houses, people are flocking to them. Our population is quite old, so I'm happy there's a lot of students in the making. I've had to call upon my reserve of students several times now, so there are many uneducated workers in the workforce. As you can probably see, our health is going down rapidly. If we just look at random people, 2 out of 5 hearts, 3.5. It's all because we have no medicine. Herbs are gone. Also, the only 2 foodstuffs most of our people are getting is wheat and squash. Nothing else. So, today we're doing a bit of crisis solving, a bit of fixing up. Also, there's a weird bug where builders do not understand that there are buildings here. Even when you unpause them, they will idle at this entrance and do nothing most of the time. Not sure if that's because they're ill or just because the AI can be a little bit derpy every now and again. I'll be honest, this has got one of the best AIs when it comes to city management, you could call it, or village management I've seen, but that is one issue I've seen. I simply don't have enough farmers to tend every field, so we're not getting plums currently in the diet, which is a bit concerning. I am thinking about stopping the work on one of his fields. In fact, that sounds like a good idea to me. So we're going to stop work on that crop field, make sure that crop field doesn't get the workers, and hopefully, no, it seems they're just going to more efficiently do these 3 crop fields, which is a shame. I was hoping maybe that could solve it. We have very few spare workers. Right now we have 15 students. It's very tempting. I could actually get all of those students into libraries, but they'd be uneducated and that would cause some more problems down the line. As you can see, we've got a forest lodge and a herbalist in a very odd place here. That's because I've got a theory. So, as soon as I placed them, I thought, you know what, I really should have placed them while recording. Let's put it on times 10 and kill my frame rate. Because this forester will plant trees, even generally on uneven ground. I can't build here, it turns out. I had a look. It's all too uneven, so I'm hoping, possibly, not sure if it's counted as a mountain, they might be able to forest this location. So this may become a small forest. So, we'll see. Also, the herbalist is about to come up, thankfully. Worst comes to the worst, they'll have this small location here, which is still quite a big location. Well, it's not too big, but it does directly feed into here, and we can decide how many foresters we want to be here. So, we could just have maybe 1 forester, 1 herbalist tending this small little park, really. It'll be a small park. Because as I say, I don't want this to be urban soon enough. Or at least it's urban as it can be. Oh, screw it, work then. We've all got crops growing on it, may as well work this one. We certainly do need more farmers, but we do really want a herbalist. So that library there is going to be a herbalist as soon as the herbal lodge? The herbalist is finished, he will be a herbalist. Just need a few more dinks from the builders. The builders are useless, though I do think it could be partially because of illness. Because they are meant to act odd when they're ill, and they really, there you go, 1 herbalist. Can't afford another one really. Everything else is really necessary. The tailor is working non-stop with our leather. The miners for tools. We only have 1 blacksmith currently running at any capacity, which is over here, which really needs to be moved down to here. Again, we don't really have the resources to. Actually, we do. We could actually start that now. That's what we'll do. We'll start the blacksmith. It won't be finished yet. It'll take some time to finish. It won't really be a high priority. But when it is finished, we can destroy that blacksmith over there because that's useless. This whole section here really is just for the quarry and the mines. That's where all these people should be living for. All the farmers and such should be over here. Now, what we could do is take away some of those foresters and put them over here, but I don't think we'll do that just now. Herbalist, we have some herbs. We have 3 herbs, it's not much. Stored medicine, and it's going to be used fairly quickly. In fact, it's already gone because of how many ill people we have. And 2 labourers have just came of age. Wonderful. A new herb. Oh god, they're all coming of age at once. Fantastic? Fantastic. You can be farmers. Oh, it is autumn now, however. You can be gatherers. Where is that gatherer? It's all over here, isn't it? There's another problem. I am thinking. What am I thinking? We need an area just to be a forest. We really do, which feeds this area. We do have this small patch here. That's really not enough. What it could do, possibly, is convert this area, leave this area as a forest permanently, and use that. But I'm not sure. You see, once we have more crop types, which really maybe that should be the goal. No, this episode is getting us stable again. 1 second. The episode after that, I think we're going to work on a trading route so we can get some new crops in and some animals, but mostly crops. Crops are a big thing we need at the moment. Okay, we've got a lot more labourers. It is late autumn, so there's no point in making them farmers. So what was I going to do? Maybe we could have them as... We need a fisherman's hut as well. That I could do now, actually. Let's build a fisherman's hut. It's a type of food we can rely on. This is quite inefficient compared to over here. However, it's much closer to the main place, so I don't need to build an additional storage thing. So everyone will get it a lot easier than if I did that. So this will be more efficient for everyone, but less efficient for the fishermen. So if I have maximum fishermen fishing this tiny little thing, it might be able to just about be worth it. Also, as you can see now, a lot of the farmers are already becoming labourers, despite there being a big load of food they're not touching. In fact, I might as well put them all as farmers for now, and then we can decide what to do when it comes to next year. Oh, our health just went up for half a second. That's beautiful. Probably because someone just died of old age. Someone did just die of old age, but however, our cemetery has emptied out again. For those who don't know, graves slowly decay. You know, if people don't visit them, so they break apart, and then they simply turn to rot and then can be used again. Just kind of creepy because it means there's corpses on corpses in Banished, but when you're a small Banished tribe, just about surviving, and I mean that as in just about surviving, little creepy things like that can sometimes be looked over, you know? That is not doing what I was hoping it would do. Yet that is definitely not foresting this area. They are absolutely useless. We need a new herbalist hut desperately. I want it over here. However, as I say, the builders are having a really bad... Why did I... Oh no! Schnitzel. Oh, that is really bad. That is actually really, really bad. Our teacher died. Now, that's not too bad, is it? I mean, okay, one of our people died. That is very sad, but what's so bad about that, Lathrix? I'll tell you what's so bad about that, people. Also, we can now put the blacksmith there. If a teacher dies and no one is ready to replace them, all of the students become uneducated labourers, which can work up to 80% less efficiently. Their jobs like blacksmiths, for instance, really need to be educated. We have a non-educated blacksmith, which will use the same amount of resources to produce half of the tools and take longer doing it. Oh dear God, that is a lot of labourers. Regardless, I'm going to shove them most as builders. Let's get everything built now because we're going to need places for them to actually work. We have to get them working now, otherwise we're going to be just completely inefficient. Some more miners then are definitely going to be needed because we're going to be running out of resources because of the uneducatedness of everyone. Oh dear God, this is going to be a bit bad. Let's turn this farm on because we now have 8 farmers. We could probably get 1 farmer each. Wow. Okay, we're definitely going to have to make these houses as well, otherwise they're going to clog everything up as well. Wow, this is a really bad spot to be in. It went so well to so poor because so many of our educated people died in that tornado. We lost so much, and then we lost so much food and tools and such. And then we lost more clothes than I thought we had, and all of our firewood, which I didn't realise until I started to build this area. So some people froze to death, by the way, in the disease thing. Okay, good. The herbalist over here is finally being built. We can use that. What we'll do is, when that herbalist is built, we'll turn off this herbalist. That sounds like a plan to me. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. We have 2 new students at least, but oh my God, my percentage of people that are educated now is just gone down so much. Let's turn some of these builders into fishermen, in fact all of them. In fact, yeah, until I've maxed out the fishermen. There we go. So we've got 4 fishermen now. I have to watch that, see how effective it actually is at doing its job. That tiny little stream of itself. You can actually overfish an area, and I have a feeling that might do the job. But right now, getting some more food types is so essential, I don't really care. Even if it's only short term, I'll just simply destroy it afterwards. It's not really a concern. Okay, we've got a lot of kids still, a lot of new labourers, which isn't a... It's not a good thing, it really isn't, but it's not as bad as it sounds because we do have more workers. The problem is we have more workers doing the same amount of work as less workers, so they'll run out, they'll need tools, coats, food, as much as the educated, but we're going to need twice the amount of food and everything, so it's too, you know what I mean. Yeah, okay, we have fish. Okay, I'm actually doing quite a good job with the fish, because the fish is actually managing to just about stay there, and that's with everyone eating the new food type, so that's actually not too bad. Wow, that got overforested really quickly. Okay, I'm going to have to decrease that by... okay, maximum 1. Okay, so we have a maximum of 1 in there. Oh good, the other herbalist hut's done, which means we can send them over there. The problem is the herbalist hut over here is more awkward. It really is. It's much harder to get to, so it's less efficient for the poor bugger. In fact, that's what I was going to do. I was going to build some houses over here. So, the point is then, these guys don't need to go home every time to do their job. We'll also turn on the gatherer's hut, so we'll build that as well. So the builders got quite a lot to do at the moment, and we actually have no stonecutters. Right now, there's no stonecutters at all. The reason being, we didn't need stone, we needed everything else at one point. So, food, health still went, health plummeted again because there's no herbs in the thing. Wow, so much to do, so much hardship. Foresters we do need, but not so much as stone. Okay, miners are doing a great job now. Actually, they're getting back up on coal, and although this person here, the uneducated bugger, isn't doing a great job in making the tools, the tools are still steel, which are 4 times better than the iron equivalent and take double the resources, of course, that being a mixture of resources, coal and iron, rather than just iron and wood, so it's coal, iron and wood. Oof! A little bit stressed, man. I really want this to be a success. I'm not going to lose my village I'm actually doing a series on, after I did so well last time. It turns out playing on a hard difficulty is a lot more difficult because of a lack of crop food you can get. On hard, you actually get no crops at all. Ah, of course we'll have plums this year as well. This is the first year with plums for 3 years, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 food types right now. When the gatherer sets up, if we can get enough people, if we get more labourers, or figure out a way to do it, we can get the gatherers up as well. I think I'll sacrifice maybe 2 fishermen, half it, so we have 2 gatherers going. Probably be best. We actually have 1 gatherer right now over here. Honestly, I am considering destroying this area completely, other than the students' house. Well, we could destroy the schoolhouse just to make sure there's another schoolhouse first, just because we're moving more and more this way, and this area I don't have the resources to kind of get back to how it was. Though right now it is the only place producing clothes, which is the big issue, because it has lots of clothes, which means we have to run all the way over there right now. So I want this to be the mega urban area. Mega populated. Oh good, food's increased the first time in a few years as well. That's really actually great. Have they made the gatherers hut yet? No, they haven't. They've actually done some progress, which is nice. Actually, let's have a look. Where are they? Idling, getting fuel, visiting the herbalist because she's almost dead. He's almost dead, rather. Oof. Our lifespan, by the way, went way down. People were dying of old age in their 80s before the tornado, and now it's in their 60s. Really big drop in life expectancy. Which isn't actually that much of a concern in this kind of game, because as people die, although it's really sad, the houses get freed up for more kids, so it doesn't really decrease the overall population. It's just efficiency. Because obviously, if you've got a schoolhouse, 10 years of their life is being educated. So if they live to 60, 1/6 of their working life. It's very horrible to think of it so numbery, but you kind of have to when you're trying to get everyone to survive. 1/6 of their life is being used as being educated, so not working. Whereas if they live to 80, it's 1/8. So yeah, what to do next? Okay, the houses are all up here, which is really nice. More kids. See, we're not actually struggling for food. So actually, I'm going to turn on both of these houses as well, because this one, the builders build here a lot faster than they build over there. It's just the way they do it for whatever reason the AI decides to be. The houses over there are being completed nicely. The fisherman here is fishing his little heart out, which is really, really good, because that means we do have fish in, not abundance, but it keeps coming back every time it gets eaten. We're kind of breaking even, which means everyone's getting a bit of extra food going, which is really, really, really nice. Ah, now we've only got one forester. The trees are actually getting a chance to grow up before being cut down properly, which is really good. Oh look, there's a herb there. No, wait, no, it's a mushroom. I keep thinking mushrooms count as herbs in this game, because an old game I used to play, I can't remember the name of it, used to have herbs as mushrooms. Okay, the gatherer's hut is actually almost finished. When we have that, I don't know, I think I'm going to turn some builders into gatherers, because then our food problems will definitely be solved. And that way our increasing population, because I'm trying to bump the population up at the moment. Oh, come on, I had to run home. Yeah, won't be so much of a concern. What I'll do is I'll lower how many gatherers can be at this hut, and just add 2. So we take 2 from there. Oh, someone died of old age. The fisherman died of old age, and our reserve of stone is low. So is our reserve of wood, actually. Which is kind of surprising, because although they're not as efficient as you might think, because they have to go such a long distance, they've been pretty good. Oh, that's why, because the woodcutters used it all. Oh, that's an issue. Well, firewood is needed for life, wood isn't, wood just slows down, obviously. And of course we are building a lot. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do is 2 builders turn into gatherers. Oh, 1 gatherer's died of old age as well. And then what I'm going to do is gatherer, minimize that so it can only accept 1 person. There we go. So there's 1 person at this gatherer's hut, and 2 people at this gatherer's hut, which will get more efficient once I have houses going up here. Which will definitely need more logs. Jeez, this is a very intense one. I was hoping to cut it and come back, but I'm so focused on getting us back and renovated. To be fair, it looks better than it did when I first started recording, you've got to say. Certainly need more wood. I think we may have to bite the bullet and simply make a new forester over here, which is really annoying. I was hoping I wouldn't have to, because I want, I don't know, I want it as far. I like having areas kind of dedicated to certain things, and I wanted this whole area to be farms and urban, but it's starting to look more and more like it's going to have to be foresters, which isn't too bad of itself, because we have got another big issue I have is everything over here, like I say, is so far away from things we want and need. Some more people were born, some more students. Excellent. Wow, people being born. It looks like we've got less food than we have because it isn't autumn yet. Autumn's when all the crops come in. Even if we are losing food, we have got 23 slots for farmers, so we could at any point turn people into farmers. It's not too much of a concern. We can have both of these builders as farmers. Plus, we've only just got this gatherer's hut going up, so soon enough we should be seeing things. Oh, there you go. Mushrooms, onions, berries came up for half a second, then onions again. So we are getting food from the gatherer's hut now, which is good. We've also got a vacancy for a fisherman. We're not saying venison down here as well, because we do have most of our population here. This is kind of like the central hub. We've got. I think I've spread us too thin. That's a big issue we've had. Okay. What to do next then? So all these houses have been built. 1 house left. I could pause that and get the house up here instead, which would be nice. Actually, all it needs is logs, so it's not really the best to do. What I could do is put a stockpile there. That wouldn't really be too effective. Okay. Back in a second when something interesting happens. I think I'm just going to wait until everything we've got building now gets a bit further along, where I've decided to turn it off. Then I'll come back when I decide what to do. Because right now I'm a bit confused at where to go. I'm worried that we might stagnate where we are, which is when people get too old to work. You know, people die of old age, but during that process they've kind of kept breeding down for so long, because obviously if there's 2 pairs in one house, they won't breed, that your whole population declines rather than increases, but it kind of declines in a spike when the one generation dies. And I've got a slight worry that may happen. That happened to me once when I didn't quite understand how the housing thing worked. So back in a bit when I've decided what to do. Okay, hello, we're back. I've finally decided what I'm going to do, and it's not what I really wanted to do, but it's going to be what I'm going to have to do, sadly. Is I am going to abandon this expansion for now. I'm going to sacrifice it to the wild. I've just removed my herbalist from over here, and the forest is going to follow quite soon, most likely. This area here, this little nice place, is going to be a permanent forest area. It's going to be permanently for foresting and herbalism and everything, Generally speaking, you don't want them together because it does lower the efficiency of the herbalist, but right now we simply can't build the bridge because of resource costs. Indeed. Food is fine. We got the food from autumn and it went back over 10,000, so right now we're pretty much on the line. Firewood is just enough to survive. That's the one thing I'm worried about. We're just having enough firewood. And people are dying of old age faster than we're getting them. So what I'm maybe having to do is doing what I really didn't want to do and get 11 more labourers, which won't be wonderful at all. But 11 labourers is a big thing, and times of desperation like this, you're going to have to do it. Blah, and then instantly put the teacher back to work for the next generation. There we go, we've got 10 labourers because someone died instantly. It's currently summer, so I can put some more as farmers to make sure the food's now on the up and up. Foresters I'm going to cap, and then we've got a lot to work with. What do we want where? Really want the gatherers, despite them being quite inefficient. I'm obviously not turning these off until the buildings are finished, so I'm going to put gatherers and fishermen. Then I'm going to leave 2 labourers. Oop, and the music just started, which scared me. Then I'm going to have 2 labourers just to help everyone out, because they will get goods to and from and such, and maybe even increase the efficiency over here. Certainly sounds like a plan to me. The houses I'll definitely never finish until I want to use this area again. I'll definitely need this area again at some point, because I want to expand this area more. Because this is going back to being the urban, this is going to be huge. It's going to be very, very, very densely populated, which isn't the best. Technically, the best way really is to mix it up. It's not so good to have it in like sections, but I love it in sections. Just how I like to build, so naturally that's how it's going to be. Look at those farms, so now I've increased the farmers. We should be getting more plums and such. Oh no! Which one? This crop field has become infested. Pause, I have 2 options. 2 options indeed. I could destroy it, or just try and wait it out. It will go over the winter. However, if it spreads, we could lose all the crop for this year. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and destroy it. Okay, we've destroyed it, which means if we put a crop field back over it, it won't get instantly reinfested. It simply won't. But these lovely bits of wheat are still food, but they'll start to decay. But the farmer should pick them up as if they're ripe, because they are technically ripe. We just haven't got to the end of the season, so it hasn't got to 100% yield. So it shouldn't be as bad as it seems. Plus we have 2 labourers to help them out, so hopefully we'll get some. Hopefully we'll get a lot of it back before it finally degrades into nothingness. I think that one was actually instantly degraded. It speeds up over time. The longer you leave it, the higher chance it has of rotting, and eventually the whole thing just goes like bang, gone. Okay, I'm actually very glad the Forester's Lot's coming up first. Forester's Lodge, rather. I might as well then sacrifice this now to call this for destruction. Okay, that's been destroyed, which means we have 1 spare Forester who will instantly go there as soon as it's built, which should be in seconds. And bang, there we go. The Forester should now run over there, which is wonderful. We really do need those logs. Okay, so we're going to give one of our labourers into a Forester. More kids are being born, which is good. Our population will increase. Okay, excellent. 2 farmers are actually working their arse off getting that crop in. Wow, this has been quite a slow episode. I think, though, I'm going to have to call it soon because it's taking too long. But I can't edit it. Yeah. When I'm doing a lot of thinking, I like to be able to talk, and I don't like talking when I'm not recording because it feels weird. Plus, you have to imagine this isn't going to... If less happens in an episode, and I've recorded and said that, it probably means I'm going to record more episodes. So, pros and cons. Herbalist is almost up, which is great. As soon as that herbalist comes up, I'll turn off the herbalist up in the mountain. Come on, just a little bit more. Do more, please. Ooh, we're actually back up to quite high health. Seems like the herbalist has actually done its job, but this will be way more efficient. So we'll go over here and turn off this herbalist. Clink. Do I want to turn off this forester? We're almost capped over there. So why don't we just decrease? So this one will now only accept 2, which means that's capped, which means someone will go over there. The new one can be squash, because I'll change it. Why not? Okay, so we have a herbalist and a forester's lodge going very nicely. We could do now is actually get a gatherer's hut. Especially now we're getting wood. Yeah, we'll get a gatherer's hut, and then we can actually build some houses here and have this as like a small outpost in the main village. and it actually look quite nice. And we'll even use wooden houses. Not as efficient, but it'll look very pretty. Make it like its own little mini community over here. And then what I'm going to... Oh, no, we don't need a stockpile because how close that is very close. In fact, it's almost in market range. Yeah, actually, I'll stockpile here. And the idea is this stockpile won't store food, but it will store wood. Okay, we'll have both. We'll have a storage barn there and a stockpile there, because when I can eventually get a vendor working again when I have spare people, which seems like it might be soon. I think we're on the up and up now. Woo! I feel a lot better now. Everything seems to be going a little bit smoother. We're still a bit struggling for firewood, but there's no cold houses. Everyone's got the firewood, that's the thing. We just have none spare. We're also low on stone, but we have one stone cutter constantly working away, so that'll slowly go back up. Okay. Good. What was I saying? Yes. Yeah, when I have a vendor, that means they can grab both of these and take it to the market, which means that these only have to do half a journey, and they only have to do a tiny journey to their houses. So these will be like the most efficient 4 things ever, unless you put that there. Okay, we have one cold house, but that's okay because of where he is. The firewood maker is right there. So as soon as there's wood from this, which won't be too long, we can instantly have firewood. Sorry for the cut, I was just checking the time of how long I've been recording and I forgot it actually stops for apps. Yes, I'm actually going to call it here then. Whew, we're on the up and up, we're healing, we've got pests everywhere, but we're healing. And of course now it's winter that all our farmers are helping out. Oop, there comes a lag, I'm just going to pause it. Indeed, that was a very long episode, which means I've got like 60 gig worth of file to render now. So thank you for watching, Sir and Threads. I'll be back quite soon since I'm on a bit of a recording spree. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, again, likes and comments really do make a huge difference to if I'm going to continue the series. So far, you've been absolutely wonderful with it, and I thank you so much, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. It just means so much, honestly, it really does. Time to be a little bit sappy. Just recently I've been in the kind of really happy with YouTube mood, because I think people know by now, I'm quite socially awkward. I've got a stammer, I've grew up not really being socially inept. No, I've grown up being socially inept. Inept is bad, yes? Yes. And this has been going really well, so yeah, just basically I'm just trying to say thank you, and I really do mean it. And goodbye, see you next time, thank you for watching.